So, let's talk about something kinda unexpected when it comes to setting goals, especially for learning English. You know, we've all been told to share our goals, right? Like post them on social media or tell your friends. But here's the surprising thing: research actually suggests that keeping your goals to yourself can be way more effective. Why? Well, when you keep those goals private, you're channeling all that energy, that motivation inward. You're not spending time worrying about what others think or how they might judge your progress. You know, it's just you, your goal, and your focus. And that focus becomes super powerful. Now, let me share a personal story here. A few years back, I decided to pick up learning French, but instead of announcing it to everyone, I made it this private project, almost like a secret challenge. It was so freeing. I didn't have anyone checking in on me or commenting on how I should study differently. And honestly, I made more progress than I ever expected because it felt like my own little world. But that's not all. To really protect your focus, creating the right environment is key. Let's start with the physical space. Minimize distractions. Maybe find a quiet corner or declutter your desk. And digital spaces matter too. Set your phone to do not disturb, or better yet, use apps that block social media when you study. Even small changes like this can work wonders. Here's how I do it: I set up a timer for, say, 25 minutes on my phone. Yes, the classic Pomodoro technique. During that time, my phone's on airplane mode and I'm all in. It's a simple routine, but keeping that space distraction free makes my study time feel so intentional. And the beauty of keeping your goals private: there's no outside pressure, no one asking about progress, no judgments. It's just personal growth at your pace. Trust me, it's an amazing feeling. All right? You know, social media gets a bad rap sometimes, right? But let me tell you, it can actually be an amazing tool for learning English if you use it smartly. Seriously. Let's start with the big platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. They're not just for memes or like dance challenges. They're packed with English content that can teach you stuff you won't find in a textbook. You've got vloggers sharing everyday conversations, travel influencers giving tips with cultural phrases, and even creators who break down English slang in fun, entertaining ways. It's like super dynamic. But here's the trick: don't just stick to one type of content, mix it up. Follow people who talk about things you're interested in. I mean, if you're into cooking, try food vloggers. If travel inspires you, explore those travel creators. This way, you're picking up English words and phrases that actually matter to you, and it makes learning feel natural. Now, speaking of expanding your English world, have you heard of Substack? Oh, it's a game changer. It's basically this platform for newsletters and articles. And let me tell you, the quality of writing there is insane. Think deep thoughts, storytelling, niche topics, perfect for developing a richer vocabulary and thinking critically in English. It's like feeding your brain with gourmet language. So, here's a small story about when I stumbled onto an unexpected gem. I was scrolling kinda aimlessly when I found this travel journalist on Substack. At first, I thought, oh, just another blogger. But no, their posts were full of unique, vivid descriptions. And I started noticing words I'd never used before, suddenly sneaking into my own conversations. It felt unreal, like my vocabulary was leveling up without me even realizing it. And there's another cool thing you can do: train the algorithm. Yes, really. Whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, engage with English content, like the posts, leave comments, share stuff. The more you interact, the more the platform shows you English content. Suddenly, your feed is basically a digital classroom, but way more fun and distraction free. And the best part? It feels effortless. You're already scrolling through your phone, right? So, why not make that time work for you? Just imagine you're learning pronunciation, slang, and even cultural context without even realizing it. Okay, so here's a fun one. Have you ever thought about meditating in English? It's such a unique way to boost your fluency, and honestly, it's super relaxing. Just imagine, instead of sitting there clearing your mind entirely, you use those few minutes to think in English. You could talk to yourself quietly, like narrating your thoughts, or even replaying your day in English in your head. It's kind of like a workout for your brain, but way more peaceful. And you know what's really cool? Meditation actually makes learning feel effortless. While you're learning to think in English, you're also calming your mind, reducing stress, and improving focus, all of which help you absorb the language faster. So it's not just about the words, it's about building confidence too. And we could all use a little more of that, right? Now let's talk bedtime habits. Spending just 10 minutes with English before you sleep? Oh, it's a game changer. Science shows that last minute info tends to stick in your memory more. So why not plant a few English seeds in your mind before dozing off? It could be as simple as reading an article, catching a short video, or even listening to a calming podcast. I'll let you in on a little secret. When I first tried this, I ended up dreaming in the language I was practicing. It sounds wild, right? But it was such a surreal feeling. It's like my brain was working behind the scenes on fluency, even in my sleep. And the best part? It made me wake up feeling more connected to the language. So, if you give this one a try, who knows? You might even start having your own English dreams. Now, to tie it all together, let's talk about staying consistent. Habits only work when we keep at them, right? And that's where tools like Habitify come in handy. It's an app designed to help you track your daily goals and progress. You can even get creative with it, like try keeping a little dream journal in English. Write down any funny, random, or insightful things you remember from the night before. It's not just fun, it's another way to sneak in extra practice without it feeling like a chore. So, there you have it: meditating to train your thoughts, letting English linger in your mind before bed, and using tech to stay on track. These may sound simple, but trust me, they add up. And don't forget, these steps are as much about personal growth as they are about learning a language. By making these habits part of your life, you're not just working on English, you're building confidence, focus, and a sense of achievement in everything you do. And on that note, we've reached the end of today's episode. Let's make 2025 your English year. Okay? Try these tips, see what works best for you, and don't forget, you're doing amazing. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.